Basic features of Photoshop. 1. Transform. This is a tool that allows us to edit images rotated horizontally, vertically, or 180 degrees according to our preferences through the features available on the menu bar. To open Transform, we first select the layer to edit, then press the key combination Ctrl+T and then right-click to display the menu and edit as you like. Additionally, we can select Edit on the menu bar and then select Transform to open it. More specifically, in this feature, if you want to drag the image as you like, you can hold Ctrl and drag the mouse from the corners up, creating a pseudo 3D effect and making the image have depth. Two. Measurement. If anyone often uses Word, this function will certainly not be strange because it allows displaying ruler bars around the image, helping you align the image better. In addition, it can change units in an instant with just a right click. This is a feature that Word should have applied. But please note, to display the ruler bar, press the key combination Ctrl+R. 3. Magnetic Lasso Tool. In the Lasso tool set, the Magnetic Lasso tool is the easiest to use for beginners. This is also a feature that many users love. To use the Magnetic Lasso tool is also very simple. You just need to select the starting position by left-clicking, then roll the mouse along the border of the image you want to cut. The system will automatically determine between the image you want to cut and the image you want to cut. The outside image creates interconnected wires. The last point of the Magnetic Lasso tool is also the starting point you choose. This is a simple image cutting step in Photoshop, just after the Magic Wand tool. 4. Magic Wand Tool, the holy grail and most popular tool for those just learning how to crop photos. The Magic Wand essentially localizes the object by color and removes it. The fewer color patches in an image, the easier it is to use the Magic Wand. You just need to click on the selected area and delete it. This is the most popular method of separating years for newbies. In addition, the Magic Wand is also used to circle unrelated objects during photo editing. Five. Shape Tool. It's a pretty cool tool that allows you to create shapes with many different patterns to further decorate your images. You can choose rectangle, circle, triangle in here and add it to your image. Six. Horizontal Height Tool, or also known by a simpler and more familiar name, text. The tool allows us to add text to our designs. To display the text editing panel for text, you can go to Windows = character. 7. Pen tool, the most commonly used tool in design, including AI or Photoshop. Pen tool is a tool that helps create paths in Photoshop. The path is a thin line, connecting two anchor points. The curve formed is the tangent of the two handles or the navigation bar. The pen tool is often used to create selections, fill colors, crop and outline objects in Photoshop. Pen tool is very important in Photoshop. Because if you only use regular selection tools like lasso, rectangle, you will not be able to create an accurate selection around the object. Pen tool has overcome the disadvantages of those selection creation tools. Elements that make up pen tool's products: anchor points. Anchor points in Photoshop help create curves. When selecting anchor points, you need to select points at the transition curve. The transition point is the point at which the curve changes direction. Path. This path can be a curve or a straight line connecting anchor points together. The path is tangent to the two navigation bars at the two anchor points. Handle. The handle is also the navigation bar. This bar is usually the transition line of the path. When dragging the navigation bar, you should pay attention so that the navigation bar is tangent to the curve that needs to be surrounded. When the first navigation bar is tangent to the curve, the second navigation bar needs to hold down the Shift key. Next, you need to adjust the second navigation bar to be tangent to the next curve of the envelope. How to use the pen tool in Photoshop CS6 to create simple paths. Step 1. Select the pen tool. Step 2. Click one point at the starting point of the curve. Click and release immediately. Do not drag or move. Step 3. Click on the end point of the curve. Click only. Step 4. Move the mouse to the middle of the path and click one point. Step 5. The middle point crank appears. Step 6. Hold the Control key to move the pen tool to the direct selection tool. Step 7. Select the middle point, drag up to create a curve. Step 8. Hold the Control key and drag the handle of the anchor point in the middle of the path to adjust if desired. Step 9. Follow the same steps as above with the start and end points of the curve to create a path as shown below. Notes when using the pen tool in Photoshop CS6. Select anchor point. When using the pen tool in Photoshop CS6, you need to pay attention to selecting the anchor point. Select the anchor point so that it is the transition curve point. You should not choose anchor points that are close to each other. Do not zoom the image to select each anchor point. Use the navigation bar. When using the pen tool in Photoshop CS6, any anchor point created must have two navigation bars. Do not use anchor scoring. Do not use the Alt key to turn off the navigation bar. You must use the Alt key and mouse at the same time when using the pen tool in Photoshop, dragging or releasing. The navigation bar must be uniform and flexible. The navigation bar is the tangent to the curve to be drawn, then it is the tangent to the path. Change the navigation bar by using the Alt key. Placing the mouse at the top of the navigation bar and dragging, you can use the direct selection tool to change the navigation bar.